Let's take a live look now outside.
Ladies and gentlemen of America.
Ariana Grande lick and spit on the merchandise.
There can be 100 people in the room.
Leave Britney alone. Catch me outside. How about that?
Rise and shine.
China.
We're going to do something a bit different today.
We are.
Because I feel like every week we always run out of time, and I want to get across so many other news. So what I thought we should try doing some news or some topics that during the week that we might have missed and share it with you.
Okay.
So I'm sure you're across this, but the very first item I have is Pussycat Dolls are reuniting after 10 years.
I heard.
Yes, the gays are clapping.
I saw a lot of Instagram posts. Like, a lot of people were sharing this because they were so excited for them to come back.
But I was disappointed because they're only doing a tour though. They're not doing a new album.
Are they coming to Melbourne?
I think only in Europe at this stage.
I see.
Right, but I'm really excited. They're performing on, as we're recording today on Saturday, they're doing a live performance on X Factor UK tomorrow.
Oh, are all of them going to be there?
Yep, all of them except for Melody. I don't know what's happening with her.
Is she the one that tries to oversee?
Yes, that famous YouTube video where she's trying to do her runs.
Yeah.
And Nicole's looking at her
I know. I read about that last time. What happened was they actually didn't want her to perform, and then she somehow made it out onto stage. And Nicole was so shocked.
Wait, what do you mean? So she wasn't actually meant to be on the stage?
I think she was locked into her room, and she was supposed to come out. Then people were like, "She escaped."
Oh my god!
And this is why she's probably not back for the.
Well, was she at the beginning of the video as well? Because
I'm not too sure.
Well, she kind of just came out of nowhere.
I think she came out of nowhere.
Oh. But what's interesting is that there's a lot of hype around the Pussycat Dolls reuniting, right? But previously, I don't know, most people didn't know, but the Pussycat Dolls were getting paid on a salary. But Nicole was getting royalties. So I wonder if that's going to be the case.
To be honest, I reckon things have probably changed. And for them to come back to support Nicole, to be honest, Pussycat Dolls, it is about Nicole Scherzinger.
Yeah.
It's quite nice of them, and it's good that they can put their past behind that to kind of come together.
I think we do need the Pussycat Dolls back. We don't really have a girl band right now, other than Little Mix and Blackpink. But yeah, it'd be great to have them back. But in other news, CL is also coming back in the K-pop world. So I'm so excited. I'm the biggest CL fan.
Do you think she's going to break into the US though?
I think she's learned her lesson. I think she's done a lot of interviews saying that she realized the American market's a lot harder than she thought it would be. But I think she's just going to be doing her K-pop stuff and then let it take off organically how it was for BTS and Blackpink, but which I think is the smartest move. But I'm really excited to see who she's signed with because she hasn't announced who she's signed with because she's left YG now. But I think a lot of people want her to go to Psy's record label with Huna and stuff.
Yeah. I saw an Instagram video that she was actually working with Brian Lee.
Yes.
I love Brian Lee.
What kind of songs that Brian Lee written?
Havana, he wrote Good Time for Carly Rae Jepsen. He worked with Lady Gaga.
Samantha Jade.
Oh yes, Samantha Jade. He also worked with a lot of Post Malone stuff. Pretty much a lot of the hits that we do here, a lot of it comes from Brian Lee. And he's probably the first American Asian, East Asian person I've seen actually make it on the global scale. And they're also having dinner with Post Malone as well, and CL.
Oh yeah, there was a photo of them having dinner together.
So
I'm so excited. I wonder if she's going to do a collab with Post Malone.
Most likely, to be honest.
But she's dropping her new music on Wednesday, which is the day after this episode goes to air, guys. So make sure you check out Stream Our Queen.
Your queen?
My queen, yes. But I was wondering, because all of the 21 girls, they're not signed to YG anymore. And so when CL opened her new YouTube channel, Dara and stuff were all tweeting about it. So maybe 21 members will reunite, come on under a different name, because obviously they can't use 21 anymore because it belongs to YG, right? But imagine if they all came back together.
Come out as 22.
22? Oh my god, 22, or the average age of them now, which is 31.
I don't think that's going to happen, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, but anyways, check out CL when her new music comes out. And the next topic I have for you is about RuPaul. So RuPaul did an interview with Vanity Fair, and he's opened about his open relationship with his husband, Georges Labar. Did you hear much about this?
No, I did not.
So he's done an interview saying how he's been with his husband for 20 years now.
I think so, yes.
And so they kind of...
He's Australian?
His husband's Australian. Yeah. So they met at a New York gay bar, and he's kind of his RuPaul's husband is like taller than him.
What?
And RuPaul's like
crazy.
crazy tall
Yeah.
already. So RuPaul saw him and was like, "Wow, this guy's tall." And he went up to him. He's like, "Hey, can I please put my arms around you? Because you're the first guy I've met where you're taller than me, and I can actually put my arms around
My
you."
goodness.
So that's how their romance started, and they've been together for 20 years, being super low key. I think they live on a farm.
On a farm?
Yeah,
My
but when
goodness.
they're not filming anything, RuPaul and him go back to the farm and like,
Wow.
yeah, they have a really key life. But he's done this interview saying how he didn't want to put a restraint on his husband because his husband wants to be in an open relationship and explore himself. And he says that he says monogamy is a hoax. "I wouldn't want to put a restraint on the person I love on this planet," he told Vanity Fair. "Listen, if you get something that you cannot resist and that is going to make you happy, go for it. Because the truth is, I know in my heart, I've known anything else, the man loves me more than anything else in the world. That's genuinely beautiful." How do you feel about this? How do you feel about open relationships?
Well, I mean, to each of their own, I guess.
Yeah.
If people want to do poly relationships, monogamy relationships, I mean, if it works, it works. Personally, for me, I am not a polyamorous person. I'm a monogamous person.
Yep.
I'm very jealous type. So obviously, and to be honest, I'd be so scared of like STIs. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure that they've reached some rules and barriers, like, around this arrangement. Maybe they can only go with people who they both know, maybe.
It's scary.
Because I know a lot of couples who have a third person in a relationship.
Yep.
And it's not just a gay thing, it's both hetero
course, yeah.
and gay. Where they have it's really funny, they have like a WhatsApp group chat and they all talk to each other as if they're dating, which is crazy. But I mean, like, I find it as I grow up older, I feel like you can't understand why people do it. Personally, I wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
but I can understand why other people would do it. But yeah, I find that my views on it is changing, and I feel like we live in that day and age where we have Tinder, Grindr, whatever, and it's all about
Hinge, Coffee Meets Bagel.
yeah. There's so many options out there, and you're always going to feel like you're not finished yet, like finished looking, because out there's like going to be 10,000 people on Tinder waiting to be swiped.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit sad, to be honest, because, I mean, obviously, if people are open to do different things and it's consensual, but we need to point out first that polyamorous and polygamous are very different things. So polyamorous it's between, let's say there's 3 people, it's between those 3 people, none of them are actually going to go out.
Yeah.
Monogamous is between 2 people and it's within the 2 groups, so 2 people, and polygamous is when it's like an open relationship. So I guess if you want to do polyamorous relationship, you want to do polygamous relationship, just make sure that you're not breaching your terms and conditions, I guess, or what you guys kind of said, and just make sure that people are doing it safely. Because the worst thing that could happen is that you catch something and you pass it on to your partner without even knowing.
But I think like they both reached a point of their relationship where they completely trust each other.
Yeah.
Which is good in their own way. I think maybe that brings them closer together, maybe. But yeah, I mean, like, if one of our listeners are in a polyamorous relationship, we'd love to hear how that works.
That'd be quite interesting.
Yeah. Maybe we can get them on the show. But the next topic I have for you is some tragic news. K-pop singer Hara from Hara and Godfrey tragically passed away this week. So this has shocked the Asian community because they're both very prominent figures in the Asian community. Hara was in the second generation girl group Kara, which has made a big impact on K-pop groups.
And Japan as well.
And Japan. They had hit songs like Mr. What else songs have they had?
A lot.
There's so many. Lupin was one of them.
Lupin.
Yes.
Step Up or something like that.
Yeah. But I think we spoke about this earlier about Suli's, the episode about Suli. But this kind of just reveals there's so much issues going on in the K-pop community. And just like, if you want to hear us talk about it, go back to the episode about Suli's episode because we did touch on that. But she's been going through a lot personally because
she's close friends with Suli.
She is close friends with Suli, and that really affected her a lot. But that wasn't. I mean, just to be clear, they haven't confirmed how she has passed away. But she's been hospitalized a few times this year for attempting to suicide. She's had a lot of issues with her ex-boyfriend as well, who secretly filmed her and them having sex.
Oh shit!
Tried to blackmail him. She took him to court, but the judge found him not guilty. So
disgusting. It
is, and it's the Korean society justice system, and lots of places around the world favors men and not women. So
It's people don't realize that the K-pop industry is so cutthroat. It's hard to survive. We've seen so many people commit suicide in the last 5 years, and then now moving on to the Chinese industry, where Godfrey passed away due to stress.
Yeah.
He was on a sports show, and for him, he has abs, he's fit, but sometimes even if you do have abs, you have muscle, it doesn't mean that inside mentally,
Correct.
your heart, it doesn't mean that you're 100% healthy. So people who try to achieve his look, you may be striving for death as well.
Yeah, and I just think he is someone like you least expect to to have a heart attack.
100%.
Because he looks like the healthiest person in the world, but people are saying it's due to stress and overworking, and he has been working very hard. He's been trying to break to Hollywood, trying to also have a build his career in China as well, in Taiwan as well. So definitely, I think mental health in the Asian community is really important, and he's done so much for the Asian community. Was he like the first male supermodel, right?
Yeah, he was the first person to actually be on, I think it was Vogue, I could be wrong, but to be on the major magazine outlets. He was the one that led those Asian men. When I was probably 13 years old, if you just type in really good looking Asian men that you aspire to be, his face pops up as number one.
Yep.
So it's shocking as a representative for a lot of Asian men and women who aspire to be like him, passes away at such a young age. Hi guys, my name is Thomas.
Wait, this looks weird.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Just go with it. Hi, my name is Thomas.
I'm Phil Cooch.
If you enjoyed our episode, then please check us out on your favorite podcast app, on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you're listening to us on.
And hit subscribe.
Subscribe to us.
Which is down. Is it this way?
I don't know. It always changes all the time.
Anyways, you're watching this channel.